ask you about this story, David, as a human rights lawyer. A knife-wielding asylum seeker, tragically, luckily he didn't lose his life, but he stabbed his solicitor, Mohammed Shoaib. He came to the office, so doing the job that you do, David, and his client stabbed him. He had he's gone now, he already had 11 previous convictions. He's gone back to prison now. And when he was in court, he said that he was accused of attempted murder, that actually on the boat over, he'd lost his wife and his child had both drowned in one of those inflatable boats. And so he has now gone to get 11 years in prison for this.
Okay, so 2 years ago in September of 2022, an asylum seeker from Eritrea named Asylum, who was 37 years old, tried to stab his lawyer out of frustration over his situation. He's now been sentenced to 11 years in jail, as we're going to read from this article. But I think before we proceed with the article, we need to understand that the British government needs to be careful when issuing asylum. And even if you are issuing asylum to certain people, ensure that the people you are issuing asylum to are properly vetted. Not everyone coming over wants to contribute to British society. A lot of people coming over on boats or seeking asylum want to tear down British society. We just have to accept it like that. I'd actually argue the predominant people that are coming over want to tear down British society because, as we've seen, assimilation has been zero. People want to keep to their cultures. They don't really want to embrace what the UK has going on, etc. In addition, I want to understand why Scotland was so keen to administer asylum to a man who already had 11 previous criminal counts. But anyway, let's read a little bit about the article and then we'll analyze as always. A man who tried to kill his lawyer in his office has been sentenced to 11 years in jail. Asylum, 37, attacked Mohammed Shoaib, 71, at MS Solicitors in Glasgow Southside in September 2022. Mr. Shoaib survived being stabbed in the chest after two colleagues intervened, tackling Negus to the ground before passing police saw the struggle. At the time of attack, Negus had recently been released early from a 12-month jail term for being threatening and abusive towards police officers. He also had 11 previous convictions. My last video, I touched up on two-tier policing, and again, I believe that applies to this case. He's being released, early from a 12-month jail term after being threatening and abusive towards police officers. So we clearly see again a DEI individual getting away with it, being released early. I don't even know how his status was in regards to his asylum claims and the fact that he's so emboldened to be threatening towards police officers, and then he gets set free, early from a 12-month jail sentence. Again, it shows a two-tier, a DEI individual who's not even a citizen is getting released early after threatening law enforcement. Negus was sentenced at the High Court in Glasgow. He had previously pled not guilty to the charge of attempted murder, but changed his plea after the court heard Mr. Shoaib's testimony and viewed CCTV footage. Lord Colbeck said Negus attempted to murder a solicitor representing his interests with a weapon he was carrying with the intention of assaulting him. Nah, in no way, shape or form did he try to assault him. He tried to take his solicitor out. Let's just call it for what it is. Again, stop with political correctness. If you're coming after someone with a knife and you're stabbing the person in the chest, you're not trying to assault the person, you're not trying to hurt the person, you're trying to take the person out. You're trying to take him out. The court previously heard how Negus turned up unannounced at the office in the city's Victoria Road, and Mr. Shoaib agreed to see him. Mr. Shoaib said Negus was invited to the office where he took out a kitchen knife. He told jurors he started attacking towards my neck, then for a second time on my chest. I had to put my hands out to stop him. The blood was coming out my chest. It was like a shower of blood. I thought I was going to die. The floor was filled up with my blood. I was panicking. So clearly we've seen a man that has no respect, in Scotland. And I cannot believe that only 11 years was administered to Asylum Negus. 11 years, that's it. This is someone who's representing you. So he was threatening police officers. He tried to take out his solicitor / lawyer. So let's say he was out roaming around on the streets in Glasgow. Think of how much danger this guy is to the society there. Think of the kind of havoc this guy could have caused on any given day. You are trying to take out the man who's representing your interests, so he's on your team here. And this is how you do him. You stab him many times in the chest, in the neck. So what would you do to people in Scotland on any given day? You could do anything. This is a major red flag, honestly. I don't understand how people like him can just be roaming the streets, how people like him can just be given asylum so easily. Is Scotland deliberately trying to seek havoc in their communities? Why would you ever allow this to happen when all the red flags have been identified? I'll just never understand this anyway.
I ask you about this story, David, as a human rights lawyer. A knife-wielding asylum seeker, tragically, luckily he didn't lose his life, but he stabbed his solicitor, Mohammed Shoab. He came to the office, so doing the job that you do, David, and his client stabbed him. He had he's gone now, he already had 11 previous convictions. He's gone back to prison now, and when he was in court, he said that he was accused of attempted murder, that actually on the boat over he'd lost his wife and his child were both drowned in one of those inflatable boats, and so he has now gone to get 11 years in prison for this. In your experience, when you're dealing with people who have been through such horrendous and traumatic experiences, does it affect them in a way that can make them dangerous to be around?
I think the short answer, I think, is yes. I mean, obviously, it depends on each particular person, each client that you see. But when people come to the legal world, when people come to solicitors, in general, they've gone through a harrowing experience, or are looking at a harrowing experience coming up. These are experiences, obviously, people coming across the channel. Whatever reason they're coming for, that is an extremely harrowing, terrifying experience, and so that is going to have serious impacts on them in terms of, I think, not just physical health, but obviously mental health. And this is one area of that. But also, I think you've got to remember that there isn't a balance and check on the type of people that are coming. So there will just be some people coming that you can't blame their health, their mental health for the terrible things they've done. There's other reasons they're doing that. So,
There's other reasons they're doing. Oh, am I really listening to political correctness right now? So they're talking about his mental state. They're talking about how harsh the journey was coming over. If he was to do that in Saudi Arabia, I don't think they would care much about his mental state. They'd administer serious and severe punishment to the guy. And this is what I'm saying. When you get political correctness like this, from these anchors in GB News saying how, the mental state, him coming over, etc., then this is allowing for it to continue. This is allowing for more people to come over saying, hang on, this guy just said he was mentally ill because he lost his wife and his kid, and he can do that and get 11 years, which he's not going to even serve the full term. So other people coming in are going to be like, wow, is the British government that lenient? And then they're going to come over and be like, me too, I have a mental illness. So, you need to be harsh with these kind of things. You need to be very, very harsh. You can't just say, oh, they're coming over, they have mental health problems. It's not his fault. Whose fault was it then? I didn't tell him to get on a boat and come over here. No one told him to. He made that conscious choice. He understood the dangers that would come with taking a boat and coming over, and he done that. And, unfortunately, he lost his wife and his kid, but that's the risk he took, when he left the dock from wherever it was. So how is that now our problem? Why do we now need to sympathize with someone like this? I just don't get it. But anyway, let's carry on.
You're going to see cases like this, and you'll see more of them.
So yeah, that was the end of the video. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What's your thoughts in regards to this? I don't believe that this will be the last time. Many migrants that are coming over illegally, they will absolutely be doing this. And why not? UK are just allowing it to happen. And they sympathize with you, so you can come over and do it, I guess. That's the signal that they are sending out, to these illegal immigrants or to these people seeking asylum. Now, don't get me wrong, some people are really seeking asylum. They're coming from war-torn areas, etc. But a lot of them are not doing that. Most of them are not doing that. They're just coming over because they understand they're being allowed over. When they come over, they just don't respect British society. So yeah. But anyway, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.